Well guys, I know you expected me to be pike fishing, but I'm actually out carp fishing today. My wife was saying she's got rather a lot of films backed up she needed to watch. And the only suggestion she could come up with is either I have to suffer watching them, or I go fishing. So, guess which one I chose. Yep, watch the programs. No, not really, fishing of course. Anyway, the levels are well, ridiculously high at the moment. In fact, you can just about see the outline of the swim from the lake. I've got one in that corner over there, and I've got one along this bank here, just off the margins. We'll see how we get on that one, really. Don't fancy open water. Lake does look very nice and everything. Looks quite good, really. Just have to see how we get on, really. But yeah, I've sort of set up camp back here a little bit, quite close to the water's edge. Actually trying out a TF Gear hardcore brolly actually at the moment. We're on the subject of brollies. Yeah, it's quite first impressions. It's quite impressive. It's got a little peak there, get the rain from you. It's got a zip in front and everything, but I'm not one for fronts really. And I think this is quite unique. Is the flat bag, so you can butt it up against the back of swims, sort of fitting the tighter to swims. It's actually got air vents at the back, so it'll be brilliant for the summer. So I normally roast myself ridiculously, but well, as I say, first time I set it up, actually second time. First time I was in the garden, obviously. Second time I set it up here, and it's yeah, first impression is quite good. Good storm coming through tonight, so we'll soon find out how well it fares. Because it's being so low profile, it's got 4 storm poles. Can't really see any issues really, and you can set your bed chair back so far. Absolutely unbelievable. But anyway, that's that. I'll do a proper review sometime in the future. We'll just have to, yeah. But yeah, quick sneaky carp session. Realistically, I know I've been trying to catch some pike over January, but I didn't fancy doing a night for pike. I could have done the afternoon and the evening. Thought about it and thought, well, the temperatures are so mild the last couple of days, we might just inspire them to do a little bit of feeding, which worth a go really. And as I say, it's the first, I believe it's actually the first night of the year actually I've done. And well, I think we're on the 23rd of January, which to be fair actually I don't normally do many nights in January. I'm normally as I said, pike fishing, you have to dedicate some time for the love of my pike, that I just don't clearly do enough of. It's quite hard actually, I must over the last couple of weeks. I've been on the lake pike fishing, and it's never good pike fishing a lake. It's got plenty of carp in it. But anyway, we'll just do a quick night tonight. Monday we'll be back on the day sessions for the pike and see how we get on. But there you go. I shall see you later. Well, morning folks. I've come out carp fishing again today because it's just too warm for the pike. I'm fishing in one of the, well, rather flooded swims. In fact, you can see where the edge of the swim is. There, that's the grass edge which leads across the front of the swim. So I'm going nowhere near there to catch a fish. And the rod tips are up high. One because I want to got a bait, not quite. Which you'll see on a post there, which is where the rope is attached. It's just to the left of that, more or less by there. There's a hanging tree above it. So I've got one bait there, and wading in the water a little bit. So that you can see the rope that goes across there. It's basically to prevent people from doing crazy things and casting up the channel to the overhanging trees and things. You know what carp anglers are like if they let loose. And the other rod is around the back of here, against the ropes over there, in that little gap there. Just using tiny bags basically at the moment. Safely set up there with my barrows. Said it's just like a total bog around here at the moment. But you can see the water levels quite high. So just going to swim around here. You can see across the other lake. So I pike fished a couple of months back. Let me sit down. Ah, there we go. Nice noise. Yeah, so you've actually got Back Bay there, the main lake through the channel, or across the little causeway there. This here's right in front of me is swim, and then that leads off. There's lots of channels and back islands and sanctuary area, and there's actually a bit more of a lake to the left of me and behind. So we're going to sit here for 3 or 4 hours today, see how we get on. So we've got a couple of bags, tiny bags out there, micro pellets in it, been soaked in tuna and krill oil. So a good bit of attraction, and that's the key to winter fishing. If you notice, the water's very murky, so there won't be a very visual out there, just attraction by smell. And hopefully, as I said, those baits have been soaking in there for some time now. Bags, not baits, and should give the fish a little bit of attraction. They do love this area. Being a sanctuary, they would do. It's just trying to fish on the edge of it and see what you can do. Where I fished on my last trip was basically through the trees and on that far bank over there in a corner, which would be through that tree there. So, oh, actually no, it's not. That is it, way down there. That's the other end of the lake. Where all I managed to catch is a load of bream. God bless the bream for keeping you awake at night. Tell you, you'd be chuffed to bugger if you're a bream angler, I know that much. God damn. But no, we are going to go back and do a little bit of pike fishing this week. We've got to. It's the last week of January and the first week of February. I've been reliably informed by my best friend that it's fantastic for pike fishing time of year. I'm not really sure whether it's true whether the weather's this mild, and we haven't really had much of a winter. So it's looking decidedly murky over there at the moment. But yeah, you can pan right round there, Back Bay and everything. There's plenty of areas for these fish to hide in. And to be perfectly honest with you, any carp will do today. Any carp will more or less do every day, really. It's all about catching fish, isn't it? Defeating the fish. Size, it's always a bonus. In reality, it's outwitting and defeating the carp that you've achieved, which is really your goal. But hey, we shall see. See how we get on. Tomorrow I might be carp fishing, I might be pike fishing, I don't know. I really gotta try and focus on catching this big pike. Clearly I won't be getting on the river before the end of the season, I don't think. I took a picture, or I took some photographs yesterday afternoon. Wow, it's still flooded. I think there's some rain forecast tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, most of Wednesday, so it might have dropped down a little bit, but it'll just go back up again. So I think I'm going to write my pike fishing sessions off on the river for this year and just stick to the lake and sort of split it up between a little bit of carp and a little bit of pike for the next couple of weeks. And then once the middle of February's arrived, it gives me a month left on here where it closes up for the close season to see if I can get some carp, which will be quite enjoyable. I think the bit I'm really waiting for is to get back on the other lake that opens in the middle of March. That is, oh, I can't wait, to be fair. That's the lake I call the Airfield Lake. Check out on my blog, That's richardhandle.com. That's the one I'm waiting to get onto this year. Opens up again. It's extremely slow. Most of March and most of April always is, but it's just the stunning beauty of the place. It's just huge and lovely. Plenty of corners and nooks and crannies. There you go. Anyway, I'm waffling rather too much here. I shall see you later, folks. Bye now. I'll catch everything up if we catch any fish anyway. Cheers. It's not going to be a very long video today because the weather's atrocious. I'm feeling as always confident. You never know here. So I'm fishing the back of where I was fishing yesterday, just giving me access to this bay area. There, I've got a bait up against the island there, and a bait up against the snags over there. It's a bit shallower than the rest of the lake, but it's very reedy. It feels sort of quite a good little sanctuary area. I'm sure I saw some fish moving in here yesterday, some bubbles coming up, things like that. So I baited up a little bit before I left yesterday, and some clear spots that I led it around and found, and then came back today, flicked a couple of bags out over the top, and we'll wait and see what happens realistically. The weather's, well, it's not too bad. The rain's coming a lot earlier than I thought. I thought there was going to be a bit of sunshine this morning for the shallower areas, but clearly that wasn't the case, and the rain set in the next day and a half. My next session I'm going to have to go back to pike fishing because I'm running out of time really. It's by mid-February and they start pairing up and spawning, which I don't really want. But I've been told that they sometimes pair up in here, spawn in this area, so I might have to try this area. I might have one go on the lake and then a couple of goes in the river next week. I don't know yet. The amount of rain we're getting over the next 24 hours and a little bit over the weekend will clearly depend on it. I think we're getting the tail end of the snowstorm that America got, so I think it could rule the river out completely again, which is a shame. There's one spot I think I can actually get to, so I might go and check that out for a day and then we'll just take it from there really. If not, I'll be back on the lake pike fishing. I think I said before, I find it quite hard to pike fish on carp lake. Hang on to my brolly, look, it's just flapping around quite a lot. The wind's picking up quite nicely. It's coming from the south, so you'd think it would be stir things up a little bit of warmth in it. So I shall see. Anyway, I'll leave you be, and if you fancy visiting my website, richardhandle.com, please do so. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all over the place to be fair. I do reviews on tackle and bait, and generally write about every single trip of mine. So I might be back hopefully with a fish, but you never know. Things are quite hard pickings in January, so we'll see. Anyway, see you later now. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Well, afternoon guys. We're out for another Sunday night trip. It's a bit blustery and blowy at the moment. I'm the same spot as I was the other week, mainly because there's a few people still on the weekend, and this was like my preferred available spot, and no one had actually fished here all week, because obviously I've been doing a few day sessions during the week, and I've just taken mental note. Has anyone been in here? And no one's really been in here, so it seemed logical to come back and fish here and see how we get on really. It's there's less rain than I thought it was going to be at the moment, and there's about the same amount of wind as I was expecting. I've baited exactly the same as last week. It'll get a bit blowy now, so I'm going to come out and show you what I've done. What I've actually done, there you go, you can hear the wind now. Crikey. I've got a bait along that margin a little bit further along this time. So I should probably go back and sit inside, because you're not going to be able to hear this, are you? Bobbins just swinging around. I might as well come back and sit inside, because you're just not going to hear anything at the moment. In fact, it's so blowy at the moment, the bobbins are off all over the place. Well, they're swinging around like a bunch of goodies at the moment. I'll have to change them over. We don't need that all night, do we? No. I think it's a bit of a wind tunnel where I'm fishing at the moment. It blows through here quite nicely. I'll sort that out in a little minute. I don't think it's going to make much difference. And the other rod is along that margin where it was before. If the wind dies down, I'll get out and show you. If not, there's no point, because you're not going to hear anything, are you, really? It's just blasting around. But as I say, effort equals reward, and certainly will be a lot of effort. That's bleeping all night. I'm going to do something about that in a little while. So anyway, we shall see how we get on. We've baited up as we've done before. A couple of pouchfuls of polony boilies, nice pop-up fish over the top, a bit of my ground bait mix, and we'll see how we get on. So last time was filled full of bream, so hopefully I won't be filled full of bream this time. In fact, it'll be filled full of carp, but you never know. All I really want is just one for the night, and I'll be quite happy about that. We'll see how we get on. We'll be back pike fishing again. Well, the first week of February, which is tomorrow, and then after that, I think if the weather carries on as it is, the pike will have clearly, well, paired up and started spawning. I'm going to keep an eye out on what they're up to be perfectly honest with you, because they might be, well, it might happen later on in the year. In fact, it might have happened already, which could be why I'm not catching anything at the moment. Just don't really know. Just can't really locate them. I've now discovered which area of the lake they spawn in, so I'm just going to have to keep an eye on that, see what I can find out. See, we're going to come back and have another couple of trips on here this week, and so we get on. Anyway, check out my website, richardhannon.com, and if I catch a thing, I'll try and do another video. If not, thank you very much, and I shall see you next time, and I'll update you with my blogs. See you later now. Thank you. Bye. Morning, everybody. Welcome to richardhannon.com, my video diary of my exploits out fishing. Today we are out carp fishing actually today. Decided to start splitting it up, breaking away from the pike fishing because it's now getting towards the middle of February. I might carry on pike fishing slightly longer this year. It's the odd sort of session a week, because they haven't paired up and haven't shown any signs of spawning, so they didn't wait for that opportunity. I have to keep checking that area every so often, so I shall probably go and have a look tomorrow, see what we can do on that front, and then do my normal carp session at the weekend. Anyway, it's quite a pleasant day today. It's quite warm. The wind's picking up. Another storm coming in this weekend. It's quite warm actually, I must admit. I'm quite sheltered. It's at the bottom of the bank, so it's quite nice. All I'm basically doing is I've got a small bag just off the end of there, and a small bag off the end of there, filled with pellet and ground bait. One of them's a bag which has got some liquid bloodworm in it, and the other one's just a normal mesh bag that I put a squirt of goo on it. I've done sort of two different things in the same sort of area. Scattered a few broken polony boilies out there, and we'll just see how we get on, really. I'm reasonably hopeful. There's a few fish been coming out recently. Problems, I don't really know whether they're coming out at night or whether they're coming out during the day. To be fair, I'm trying not to actually find out about the carp, as I've been pike fishing on here so much. If I find out too much about the carp, I know exactly what will be happening. I'll lose my focus on the pike and start carp fishing. But really, I need to still stick to the focus on this pike, because I know there's a large one in here, and it just, well, it's leading up to the time I should be able to catch it. So I'm just gonna have to stick with it. hopefully my efforts pay off, and keeping my eyes and ears closed about the carp hopefully will keep me away from going back to carp fishing permanently. You might have noticed I keep sneaking out and doing a little bit of carp fishing. Just really can't help myself. Especially with the weather as it is at the moment. You just can't avoid it really. So I just try and sort of break it up a little bit. See how we get on. Anyway, that's sort of an update for the video diary at the moment. If you want to catch up with other bits and pieces, just visit richardhandle.com and you can see how I'm getting on with things. Right. Speak soon, folks. See you later now. Cheers. Thank you.